Okay, so guys, by the title, you can tell what the video is about. I recently had a colonoscopy on October 4th after seeing a GI doctor, my second GI doctor in July. The first GI doctor I went to did an endoscopy on me and told me I had a hernia and gave me antacids and sent me on my way. Just told me how to eat with the hernia and all of that. So I've been having, I'll say, like almost 3 years, digestion issues where I get gassy, bloating, um, yeah, and like fullness, which I know now it comes from the bloating, which makes me feel like I'm full all the time. So all this time I've been thinking that all my symptoms was from the hernia. So I was going to the second GI doctor to see about getting the hernia removed, like because this is symptoms that I'm having. These are symptoms I'm having every day, every time I eat, and it's like very uncomfortable. So I went to see my primary care doctor first because you have to get a referral to see the GI doctor because it's a specialist. So I have a new primary care doctor, and he's real thorough. So I was explaining to him like the digestion issues. I didn't mention anything about the bacteria levels in my gut or the odor or anything like that. I'm just over trying to get some answers from medical professionals about it. So I just didn't mention that at all. But I was telling him about the, just the uncomfortableness and what happens every time I eat. So he let me know right off that it wasn't the hernia. He said, no, what you're experiencing has nothing to do with a hernia. Um, Hernias are associated more with like the heartburn. I told him I didn't have heartburn. And, the first GI doctor, that's all he did was prescribe me heartburn medication, which I wasn't even suffering from heartburn, you know. But he was saying like, yeah, no, that's not a hernia. It's something else going on, but definitely not a hernia. Hernia, and constipation. I forget about that. So that was the biggest thing. Uh, like I just start having constipation out of nowhere after being regular, just constipation every day. So he was saying, yeah, that's not a hernia. So of course he referred me right away to the GI doctor and the new GI doctor. And I went to see him at the end of July, I believe. Um, And I had an appointment in August, but I had to reschedule. So that's why I'm just not having an appointment in October. So he was real cool too. He listened to my concerns and stuff. And he as well told me it's not the hernia, no. We're gonna take a look and see what's going on, then we'll go from there. But it's not a hernia that's causing you any complications. So fast forward to this Tuesday. I had the colonoscopy, which it wasn't bad. What I did with the prep, because that's like the main thing, you have to, take the laxatives to clean out your system so that they can see up there, and then you have to fast. So, um, what I did was I stopped eating Sunday morning, I believe Sunday morning, and then I had already, because I suffer from constipation, right? So I had already been taking my Miralax and a laxative just for everyday constipation. So I think that's what kind of helped me through the cleansing part, the prep part before the colonoscopy, because I was already cleaned out basically. Like I had took my Miralax, I take it twice a day, and then I had already took I think 2 laxatives on my own before I even started the prep. So that actually cleared me out already. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes it'll go ahead and clean me out. Sometimes it's only a little bit. I guess it depends on what I eat or how I don't know. But in this particular time, it helped because it cleared me out. So I was already empty when I started the prep, which it wasn't bad because I was kind of nervous. Like, okay, I've already taken these laxatives and got everything out, and I still like I have to take this because they say take this before your colonoscopy, and I don't want a chance not being clear enough for them to actually do the procedure. So I took it, but I was kind of nervous, like, okay, is it gonna be really bad? Because I'm basically cleared out and I'm taking some more laxative. Like, I thought I was gonna have real bad cramps, and just have a horrible time on the toilet, but it was basically just a liquid coming out, which was fine. It didn't last too long because you have to take it in 2 doses. So I guess it was like between 2 and 4 hours for each time for you to be going to the washroom. They want you to start at 5 in the evening. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I think what really helped was I had cleared out my system already, because of course if you just having your regular meals or whatever, you have a lot already in your system, or you just have something in your system, taking the solution and then the Docalax they give you to take on top of that, then you may have, if you may have a time in the washroom, just having to clear out your system. But I had already did that like a day or two before, so I was okay, and I ate light after I did that, so that was good. So I probably would suggest that, like, take it easy, like kind of eat lightly before. You don't have to like clean your system out before if you don't want to, but it would help. But eating lightly will definitely help. So like the day before you have to start your cleanse, or 2 days, kind of eat lightly. That way you won't have too much to come out. So after your solid like matter comes out, then it'll just be the liquid that you have. That's all. And I forgot to mention, the day before you start your prep, they want you to go on a liquid diet. That's what it is. You do the liquid diet the day before your prep. So if you eat lightly, you only have a little solid matter that needs to come out, and then basically you'll just be running like you're peeing, but it's from the other end. So it won't be so bad. The procedure, I'm not even sure how long it took, but it wasn't bad. I was a little bit sore afterwards in that area, like if when I had to walk, because you can't drive after you come out of the anesthesia, because they're gonna put you to sleep. So, and then I do well with anesthesia. I wasn't groggy, or I didn't get sick, nauseous and stuff like that. This is my second time having it, because I needed to go under when I had the endoscopy. But this procedure is a little longer, so the medicine was like a little stronger. So I did feel like a little drowsy afterwards, but it was kind of like if you're just sitting idle and you're bored and you fall asleep. It was like that. Like you just sitting still, don't have nothing to do, or just thinking, and then you happen to fall asleep just because you're relaxed, and idle. It was like that afterwards when I was on my way home. So it wasn't bad. Yeah, and that wore off. So it wasn't bad at all. But so the results of the colonoscopy came back normal, which I'm grateful for. The doctor said I had, I think, like 2 small internal not hernias, hemorrhoids. That's what it is. He said I had 2 internal hemorrhoids, but it was no complications with the hemorrhoids or anything. There wasn't bleeding or in the way of anything. So he told me everything else was clear. Just come back in 10 years to get your screening, your routine screening for the colonoscopy, and that was it. He did tell me to still take the Miralax the way I was taking it, because that does help me have my bowel movements. But other than that, it came back normal. So I was like, okay, well, all right, that's like, I was glad. I thought we would see something that was causing like my irritation, not my irritation, but the complications. But there was nothing, and that was fine, because I didn't want anything other than just to see why I was constipated. Like, I don't want anything else to be wrong inside of there. So that was fine. And then I had my follow up with my primary on the 5th, the day after the colonoscopy. I had already took some blood tests, and because he ran a whole bunch of tests on me, when I was telling him, he was like, okay, well, we're just gonna, look in this area, look in that area to try to see what's going on. We'll just cover our bases and, do a whole workup of blood work and stuff. So I had did that already, but I didn't, because they have like a patient portal. I didn't get any phone calls from the test. So, when you get blood work and they don't call you, that's a good thing. So I didn't get any phone calls, but everything that was in my chart was on the portal for me to look at, but I didn't do it. Like, I don't know. I was like, well, they didn't call me, so it shouldn't be anything going on, and I don't want to look at it for myself. Like, whatever. I just left it at that. So when I went Wednesday, he went over the results of the blood work with me, and he told me that I had some food allergies. So I know I had an allergy test done in 2011, I believe, when I first started trying to look into what was going on with my digestion. So 2011, that's when I did my first gut test, and they did the allergy test, and I was well, they didn't call it allergy. They said like sensitivities, because it wasn't that high. So sensitivities, some of them that I remember were like, I believe beans, green beans, apples. It was mostly like veggies and fruits, I believe. So this time he told me that I had food allergies. He was telling me the classifications. So the classifications was like really low. That I think that was like some of them is like a sensitivity, like before. Sorry, I'm broken. And then the other classification I have is like a mild allergy. So I have like the lowest, which they don't really consider an allergy, more like a sensitivity. And then I have a mild allergy to some foods. So he told me it was banana, oats, rice, what else? Bananas, oats, rice, is it a veggie on there? I think, let me see. Rice, oats, banana, peanuts. I was just saying one missing. Peanuts, so 4. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that explains a lot. So that can explain why I'm feeling like really bad and get bloated. Like, I'm bloated now. I've been having some oats, because I have a lot of oats, and these are things that I like to eat. So I've had some granola, Suprafe, and a little energy bar that had oats in it. And corn. So it's 5 corn. I love corn. I just had some tortilla chips. So it's the weekend. Well, no, it's Sunday. Today is Sunday, so it's the start of the week. But like, my kids don't go to school tomorrow, so I don't have to go anywhere and do anything. So I won't be walking around, moving around uncomfortable. I'm in the house, so I'm okay. So yeah, it's peanuts, rice, oats, peanuts, rice, oats, and corn. Yeah. So I've been eating rice, the little rice cakes, because I caught myself doing that instead of going out and buying the cereal, the box cereal. I was just making my own cereal with the rice cakes. So I was having that every day with the yogurt and milk. That was my breakfast, my go-to breakfast. And peanuts. Let's see. I eat peanuts like every once in a while. maybe like eat some candy or something like that. Yeah, so peanuts I don't really have too often, but corn, rice, and I don't have oats that much, but like I still like my granola bars and stuff as far as the oats. So I would say I was consuming the rice and corn on the regular. And I know I was having rice every single day, not knowing that this is something that I have a food allergy to at the time, because all the other ones didn't come up that I had previously in 2011. None of that showed up on the new allergy test. So I guess as my gut has started to repair itself, I'm not having any reactions to those foods anymore. But now it's a new set of foods that I'm having reactions to, and I believe only because my gut health isn't at its best that I'm even having food allergies, because these are foods that I've been having all my life and I've never had any issues with them. So I believe it's the permeability of my gut which is causing me to have some food allergies. So my primary care doctor told me that I can go see her allergist. So I made that appointment yesterday. So I go on the 3rd of November to the allergist to see how to work this out with the food, because I swear I was having my rice cakes for breakfast, like, and sometimes snack, and that was cool. Like that was my little hit, and I was like, oh wow. So I've been sitting here giving myself something that I'm having a problem with every day. Like every day I wake up and have my breakfast, and this is what's actually causing me to have the constipation and bloating and stuff. But as far as the constipation, the GI doctor said more fiber. That should help, like more fiber. So I guess like once I go see the allergist, maybe, and we could come up with something to get me over these food allergies, then the digestion will go back to normal as far as the bloating and stuff like that and the constipation. But the primary care doctor was saying that it's a pill I could take, where I can still like consume the foods and it shouldn't cause me the digestion issues I guess I'm having when I do consume the foods. But yeah, that was something to consider. Like, oh wow. Uh, I've been sitting in popcorn. I love popcorn. I was having popcorn like 4 times a week. I know popcorn, and I have a corn allergy right now. And I was eating rice every day. So yeah, I thought this was a hernia the whole time, and this foods I'm consuming every day that I'm having an allergy to right now. So that's that's wow, right? Like I'm causing my own issues because I don't know that I have an allergy right now. So yeah, that was pretty strange. Like wow, I'm developing food allergies as an adult because I never had an issue as a child, but my gut was okay up to 15 or 14. Maybe it started at 14 or something. I don't know. But like where it really manifested and I knew something was going on was 15. So it probably was like a little earlier than 15. But yeah, I have food allergies. Um, and I had my colonoscopy because I know a lot of us want to go get a colonoscopy to get answers to like what's going on. Why are we having these issues? Thinking that a colonoscopy will tell us something. But I hear a lot of times from people in our situation that their colonoscopy has come back normal. So, yeah, I don't know. I have food allergies, but that doesn't explain the other part. That just explains the digestion part. It doesn't let me know what's going on as far as the bacteria and the odor. So that's just, I guess, one area that has come up as a result of the bacteria levels being off and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to make the quick video and just share my experience after having a colonoscopy and my experience with just the other part, my digestion issues. So yeah, I would suggest, like, if you can, ask your doctor to give you an allergy test. It's I had man through the blood work because a lot of us may be having some food allergies, because this is something I never considered. Like, food, I always check no when they ask you, are you allergic to anything, do you have any allergies? I check no, but in actuality, yes, I do. And I wouldn't have never known if my doctor didn't run an allergy test on me. So yeah, if you can, ask your primary care just to do an allergy test, just to see if anything will come back, because I know a lot of us suffer from digestion issues as well. And we think it's, tied to, well, it kind of is tied to like the bacteria levels and stuff like that. So just, yeah, ask your primary care doctor if they can run if they can order an allergy test for you and see if you have any allergies, because that's one part that you can kind of monitor if you know it's something there, something going on, to alleviate those digestion symptoms, like if you're having constipation or diarrhea or inflammation, things that may be going on with your body after you eat certain things and you're not sure what it is or why. Go get your allergy test, and then you can see, oh, it's this, that, and that, and take it from there. Because like I said, I was eating rice every day and I eat popcorn on a regular. So these are things that I would have kept consuming, not knowing that this is bringing my digestion issues. I haven't cut the stuff out. I just limited my intake of it. I haven't had any corn yet, but like I just had a granola bar and some parfait. So I've had oats already. I haven't had any rice. So yeah, you'll just be able to know like what's going on and take it from there if you want to monitor it. It'll just be one less thing you have to worry about, one less complication you have amidst the other things. So I would suggest getting the allergy test if you can. The colonoscopy, I'm not sure if I would recommend it, having it, because like I said, a lot of us who have one, is nothing that, like, it's nothing that they see. Our colons are normal. So as far as trying to figure out the odor situation and the bacteria level, I don't know if having a colonoscopy would be the best route for that. But I would suggest the allergy test. And then I thought about looking this up on my own, like just doing this outside of insurance if I could. Maybe trying to go see a microbiologist, because I believe those are the people that deal with the stuff on a more micro level. Like they will be able to deal with the bacteria level. So those are the people that will be able to give us some answers as far as our bacteria levels and everything. Because like the regular doctor, primary care, and the GI don't seem to have any knowledge of what to do about that. So going to see a microbiologist probably would be best, because they would know about those things. They know about the microorbs and all of that. So I think I'm going to look into that to see if it's a way I can do that on my own, finance it on my own and go check them out and see if that'll be a better route to find out what's going on inside. I did have a stool test too, so like I take the custom probiotics from Flora. So some of the gut infections that I have, they didn't show up on the test, so I no longer have them, which is cool. I had C. diff, so that was one that was still showing up after all the gut tests I was having under Flora. And so this last stool test that I had from my primary care doctor, it came back negative. I don't have C. diff anymore. And if you know anything about C. diff, that is a hard infection to get rid of. So the probiotics are working on a microbiome level, but it's like very, very slow. and you wouldn't necessarily know it until you get another gut test, because it hasn't eliminated like the digestion, which I know now is coming from the food allergy, and it hasn't eliminated any odors. Like all the odors that I had, I still have. So it hasn't taken care of that yet, but it is clearing up these infections like that I have. So I would say they do work, but we're just focused, with our condition, we're focused on the odors and not smelling. So if it's not taking care of that, then like it's not working to us. But in actuality, it's working because it's clearing up the infections that you have. It's just a very, very slow process, very slow, and you have to keep retesting to even know that it has worked. Like you wouldn't know that your infections isn't there anymore, really, unless you have some digestion issues and then they are taken care of. Mine was taken care of for a while, but they came back. So the food allergies is what is causing the digestion. So the digestion issues for me. But if you don't have like food allergies or anything, and you may have gassiness and bloatiness from the bacteria, once you stay on the pills for a certain amount of time, that will slack off. So with the pills, if you go the route of getting you some custom probiotics or even any probiotics that you want to try, you probably wouldn't know really how well they're working until you get gut tested, because they can be working. Like I said, mine are working, but it doesn't take rid of the odor or anything. So I wouldn't know that they are working unless I get gut tested. So yeah, they're working. So I would suggest taking a probiotic. It doesn't have to be flora. You can find one that's good for you, affordable one, because probiotics are expensive. They're very expensive. Or you can just do the food route, because I still take sauerkraut. I still do kimchi. I do the fermented pickles and stuff like that. So you can even go that route. I do that every day, like the bubbies, before I have my meals, and while I'm having my meals after, I'll drink some juice. I'll eat me a couple pickles. I use the sauerkraut mostly like on something that I want to have it on. Like if I have a sausage, or sometimes I put it on my baked potato and stuff like that. So yeah, you can always and then the drinks, the water kefir, the regular kefir, milk kefir, the kombucha, you can always do that. Just incorporate that into your diet. It don't have to be every day, but maybe a couple of times a week, just to incorporate it into your daily diet. But it's a slow process. But yeah, just try to incorporate some probiotics, and don't look for a easy fix, a fast fix, because at this point I don't think it's one. Your body has to take time to heal. So find some good things, find some things that work for you, and just take it slowly. Don't stop them, just take them slowly. And if you can, get gut tested every so often, every like 4 months, I believe. Yeah, but don't stop, just keep at it. It's going to take time, so just know what you're doing is helping. It is going towards you healing. So just think of it as that. It's not going to be fast or easy. Just keep telling yourself, I'm taking these steps to healing. So yeah, get you some probiotics, and get your allergy test and stuff like that. And just take it slow. That would be my advice. Just take it slow. It's gonna happen. It's just a slow process. So after I do the allergies, then I may make another video, or I may just post it on Discord. I'm not sure. But yeah, I plan to let y'all know what happens once I go to the allergist. See what they recommend. If it's anything that we can do to get me through these set of new food allergies. And see if that helps with my my digestion. But yeah, Just keep at it, guys. It's a slow process, but it's a process that has to happen. If you want to heal, then you got to work towards your healing. Just take it easy. All right. Bye-bye.